Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Thompson. Today, I'm excited to take you on a journey through a story that will help you learn and remember 50 new words. As we follow the narrative, I'll introduce each word, explain its meaning, and show how it fits into the story. Jenna sat quietly in her room, feeling an awful sense of dread. Her advisor had told her that today was a critical day for her curriculum project. She had worked hard to advocate for her idea, yet she couldn't deny the fear that she might fail. Her hands rested on her bag, where her laptop, filled with notes and emails, sat waiting. Jenna looked around. She was currently at the peak of her creativity, an artistic cycle where ideas flowed easily. She sketched out a plan on a bullet journal page, hoping it would help her keep track of her thoughts. The room was filled with the smell of corn cooking in the kitchen, a comforting scent from her childhood. Outside, the dust swirled in the afternoon light, reminding her of the era when she would run outside and play baseball with her neighbors. She checked her device. A reminder had popped up. Meeting in 10 minutes. She took a deep breath to calm herself. I have to express my ideas clearly, she whispered to herself. She knew some of her colleagues were quite conservative in their thinking, preferring the existing methods. They might not be open to new experiments or draw outside the lines, but she had to try. Jenna took a sip from a bowl of soup and thought about her father, who was a civilian engineer. He always told her that a good idea could escape from the tightest grip. He had been an ally in her growth, teaching her to experiment without fear. Her thoughts were interrupted by her dog, Max, barking loudly. "Shoo, Max," she said. "I need to focus." She thought about the constant effort it took to stay creative and how she could benefit from embracing new challenges, just like the explorers of the past. She glanced at her Asian print on the wall, a gift from a friend, feeling grateful for the cultural diversity that shaped her. Suddenly, the computer chip in her device began to hum, and the screen went black. "No," she gasped. The whole presentation had disappeared. She felt the anger rising but knew she had to stay calm. Her father had always said, "Don't let problems defeat you, find a way around them." With renewed determination, Jenna grabbed a brick from her desk, a small motivational token she kept there to remind her of her strength. She knew she could rebuild, even if it meant starting over from scratch. "I won't let this stop me," she thought, as she began to type again, this time faster and with more focus. She knew that she had to describe her ideas clearly and make sure they stood out. She would not disappear into the background, her voice would be heard. 1. She couldn't deny the fear that she might fail. Deny: to refuse to accept or acknowledge something. Deny means to say something isn't true or to reject it. 2. She felt calm except for a slight worry. Accept: not included or excluded. Accept: leaving out or excluding something or someone. 3. She had worked hard to advocate for her idea. Advocate: to publicly support or recommend a particular cause or policy. Advocate means to speak or act in favor of something or someone. 4. She was currently at the peak of her creativity. Currently, at the present time, now. Currently, happening right now. 5. An artistic cycle where ideas flowed easily. Cycle, a series of events that are regularly repeated in the same order. Cycle means a repeated pattern or sequence of events. 6. An artistic cycle where ideas flowed easily. Artistic, relating to or characteristic of art or artists. Artistic means creative, relating to the practice of making art. 7. Her hands rested on her bag. Bag, a container made of flexible material with an opening at the top. Bag means something used to carry items. 8. Filled with notes and emails. Email. A system for sending messages electronically. Email means digital messages sent over the internet. 9. Critical day for her curriculum project. Curriculum means the subjects comprising a course of study in a school or college. Curriculum, a planned set of lessons or courses in education. 10. She knew she could even impress the toughest critics. Even, used to emphasize something surprising or extreme. Even mean to stress something unusual or unexpected. 11. I have to express my ideas clearly. Express, to convey a thought or feeling in words or actions. Express means to show or communicate a thought or feeling. 12. The smell of corn cooking in the kitchen. Corn, a cereal plant that yields kernels used for food. Corn, a type of grain, often eaten as a vegetable. 13. A bullet was found on the floor. Bullet, a small metal projectile for a firearm. Bullet, a symbol, used to mark items in a list. 14. Don't let problems defeat you. Defeat, to overcome or beat in a contest or challenge. Defeat, to win against someone or something. 15. They prefer the existing methods. Existing, currently in existence or present. Existing, something that already exists or is in place. 16. It was her duty to present her project. Duty, a moral or legal obligation, a responsibility. Duty, something you have to do. 17. Her dog, Max, was barking loudly. Dog, a domesticated carnivorous mammal. Dog, a pet animal that often lives with people. 18. She would play baseball with her neighbors. Baseball, a bat and ball game played between two teams of 9 players. Baseball, a sport played with a ball and bat. 19. Some colleagues were quite conservative in their thinking. Conservative, holding to traditional attitudes and values, cautious about change. Conservative, preferring to keep things the way they are. 20. The constant effort it took to stay creative. Constant, occurring continuously over a period of time. Constant, something that doesn't change and stays the same. 21. The era when she would run outside and play. Era, a long and distinct period of history. Era, a specific time period marked by particular events. 22. Jenna had limited access to the resources she needed. Access, the means or opportunity to approach or enter a place. Access, the ability to reach or use something. 23. They might not be open to new experiments or draw outside the lines. Draw, to produce a picture or diagram by making lines. Draw, to create an image or bring something towards you. 24. The dust swirled in the afternoon light. Dust, fine, dry particles of matter. Dust, tiny pieces of dirt or debris. 25. Early that day she checked her device. Device, a thing made for a particular purpose, especially a mechanical or electronic one. Device, a tool or gadget, like a phone or computer. 26. She derived inspiration from her past experiences. Derive, to obtain something from a specified source. Derive, to get something from another source. 27. Ideas flowed easily. Easily, without difficulty or effort. Easily, in a simple or straightforward way. 28. She had to describe her ideas clearly. Describe, to give a detailed account in words. Describe, to explain what something is like. 29. Grabbed a brick from her desk. Brick, a small rectangular block typically made of fired or sun-dried clay, used in building. Brick, a solid block used in construction. 30. A sip from a bowl of soup. Bowl, a round, deep dish used for food or liquid. Bowl, a deep dish for holding food or liquids. 31. The computer chip began to hum. Chip, a small piece of semiconductor material used in electronic devices. Chip, a tiny piece of a material, often part of a computer. 32. A good idea could escape from the tightest grip. Escape, to break free from confinement or control. Escape, to get away from a place or situation. 33. She could find her notes anywhere in the room. Anywhere, in, at, or to any place. Anywhere, any place, no matter where. 34. Her advisor had told her. Advisor, a person who gives advice, especially in an official capacity. Advisor, someone who helps guide or recommend actions. 35. Teaching her to experiment without fear. Experiment, a scientific procedure to test a hypothesis or demonstrate a fact. Experiment, a test or trial to learn something new. 36. Her emotions could affect her presentation. Affect, to have an influence on or make a change in something. Affect, to cause a change in someone or something. 37. She could benefit from embracing new challenges. Benefit, an advantage or profit gained from something. Benefit, something good that comes from an action or situation. 38. She glanced at her Asian print on the wall. Asian, relating to Asia or its people, culture, or language. Asian, connected to the continent of Asia or its cultures. 39. She felt absolutely sure. Absolutely, completely, totally. Absolutely, without any doubt, 100%. 40. He had been an ally in her growth. Ally, a person, group, or nation that is associated with another for a common cause. Ally, a friend or supporter. 41. There were beans cooking in the kitchen. Bean, a seed, often used as food, from various plants. Bean, a small vegetable seed, like a kidney bean. 42. Jenna knew she had to bear the challenges ahead. Bear to carry or support. Bear to hold up or endure something. 43. Felt the anger rising. Angry, feeling or showing strong annoyance or displeasure. Angry, upset or mad about something. 44. An awful sense of dread. Awful, very bad or unpleasant. Awful, terrible or very bad. 45. Her presentation was turning out excellent. Excellent, extremely good or outstanding. Excellent, very high quality or great. 46. Her father, who was a civilian engineer. Civilian, a person not in the armed services or police force. Civilian, someone who is not in the military or police. 47. The whole presentation had disappeared. Disappear, to cease to be visible or to exist. Disappear, to vanish or go away. 48. She took a deep breath to calm herself. Breath, the air taken into or expelled from the lungs. Breath, the act of breathing in and out. 49. She was at the peak of her creativity. At, used to indicate location, time, or position. At, shows where something is or when something happens. 50. She had to ask for help. Ask, to request information or help. Ask, to inquire or seek an answer. These were the 50 words we looked at. Absolutely. Access. Advisor. Advocate. Affect. Ally. Angry. Anywhere. Artistic. Asian. Ask. At. Awful. Bag. Baseball. Bean. Bear. Benefit. Bowl. Breath. Brick. Bullet. Chip. Civilian. Conservative. Constant. Corn. Currently. Curriculum. Cycle. Defeat. Deny. Derive. Describe. Device. Disappear. Dog. Draw. Dust. Duty. Email. Easily. Era. Escape. Even. Excellent. Accept. Existing. Experiment. Express.